Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another YouTube video. I hope you've all had an amazing weekend so far. Today we're going to be telling you why the floodgates have just opened for Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market at large. Essentially, in yesterday's video, and we've been talking about it for a while now, we spoke about the fact that an ETF, a futures ETF, was essentially going to get approved. We brought up this tweet from the SEC Investor Ed, essentially warning people and telling people you need to understand what you're investing in regards to a Bitcoin's future ETF before you actually dive into it. This is their official page. They wouldn't have been bringing this up, tweeting about this, if they weren't already planning or had already approved a Bitcoin futures ETF. And we have news, we have a confirmation of the fact that Valkyrie, their futures ETF has been approved, and so has ProShares. This is the NASDAQ. Essentially saying that they're going to list the Valkyrie's Bitcoin Strategy ETF. The ProShares is coming out on the 18th of October, which is on a Monday. And then, of course, Valkyrie's is the 25th of October. And there was lots of speculation that October would be the month that this was approved. The SEC approves Bitcoin ETF, opening crypto to a wider investment base. Breaking, ProShares follows Valkyrie in approval for listing Bitcoin ETF. The floodgates have now opened, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to dive into the charts of Bitcoin. What this essentially means is you are going to have your 2017 or prior to that 2013-esque end to your bull run, which not just me, many people have predicted it based on the Bitcoin full-year cycle theory. It's a very popular theory, but in 2017, you obviously had your blow-off top. You know, this is September where we kind of are now going into October, and it was the same story in 2013 September. And we're ultimately waiting for that this year. And it's looking more and more likely now that an ETF has been approved. And why is it so significant that an ETF has been approved? Well, it is to do with the NASDAQ. It's to do with the stock exchange. Essentially, it means Wall Street is now going to be able to sell this and monetize it. They're going to have exposure to crypto. They couldn't promote crypto with it being unregulated, as they're a heavily regulated industry. Not in the right kind of way regulated industry either, in a kind of corrupt way. But now they've got the green light. You know, they can get exposure to Bitcoin through an ETF, and they can start pushing this onto their clients, start promoting it, start benefiting from it. And this is when you're going to see Bitcoin and crypto in regards to the cryptocurrency market gain trillions of dollars of value, because we've gone from this weird world of existing in a non-real asset to now being an asset, a recognized asset. So this is what you're about to see, and things look fantastic. We've shown you the charts so many times. We've shown you all the bullish structure, whether that be our reverse head and shoulders that you're currently in, whether that be your cup and handle pattern, whether that just be looking at Bitcoin on a macro time frame and saying, look, this is an uptrend. This is a macro uptrending market that is still very early in its adoption curve. And, you know, I've been in this space for nearly 5 years now. I've spent essentially 5 years looking into crypto, looking into finance, looking into history, looking into how finance got to where it was today and the monetary systems and previous monetary systems that have existed. And it's looking good, guys, for crypto. I do have some concerns, but we'll talk about that on another video in regards to crypto and how there could be some negative connotations with crypto. And, you know, we saw with the dot-com stocks, the dot-com boom, how Wall Street had propped that up in the same way they did with 2018 by securitizing debt, or 2008, I should say, by securitizing debt, propped it up, inflated it, then crashed it, causing a financial crash. And I don't want the same thing to happen with Bitcoin, but we'll make a longer video on that in the future. But this looks amazing, and Bitcoin is doing what you want it to right now, guys. Essentially, you've fallen short of this resistance level. In yesterday's video, we hadn't even passed this, but we said, look, we had essentially rejected, and we said you're going to go through it. Those of you who watched yesterday's video will know that that's what we were saying. You're going to do the same thing here. It's very, very common that before you come to take out a big level of resistance, certainly one that is going to set a new all-time high for Bitcoin, that you will fall short of its setup structure before continuing. It's kind of like jumping off a high diving board. You might have a little peer over the edge before you actually commit with momentum to jump. But it's coming, and this ETF news is what's triggered it. This is not just bullish for Bitcoin, this is bullish for crypto at large. Because just like with Grayscale's trust with the GBTC, they started off with Bitcoin, then they moved to Ethereum, and then they trickled down to altcoins. And you're going to see ETFs follow the same progression. We're already seeing that in Canada. You have a Bitcoin ETF, now you have a Bitcoin and Ethereum ETF, and you have an Ethereum ETF, and it will be Ethereum first due to the fact that regulators have already said it's not a security, due to it kind of decentralizing in time and a lot of the supply being kind of pushed out there. You will see altcoins, you will see a Cardano ETF, you will see, I mean, GBTC have its third largest holding is Cardano, so Cardano will get an ETF at some point, but this is the start, this is the first domino, the first one through the door, to kind of say, hey, look, we're here now, and we're anticipating big things, and you are going to see new all-time highs probably within this month. In fact, more than likely within this month, within the next week or so, and obviously altcoins are going to follow. Bitcoin's leading the market at the moment. We've done a lot of looking into Bitcoin dominance and how the dominance rises in the kind of recovery, because Bitcoin will lead the recovery and then it will still go up but lose dominance to altcoins. That's going to play out again, ladies and gentlemen. It's a fantastic day for crypto at large. Well done for you guys sticking in here. We've been coming on here every single day throughout this sell-off, throughout this one, and throughout many sell-offs in the past. This one here, continuously reminding you that, look, focus on the bigger picture here. Crypto is on an adoption curve that it's nowhere near reached yet. We've looked at the stats on that. We've looked at the fact that Google searches are still very low for crypto as a whole. We've not had that FOMO yet, and we've not yet prematurely had the kind of year ending that we're all expecting. So well done, guys. This is huge. And like I say, the real thing, I mean, I don't like derivatives. It's the truth. I think derivatives have a lot of negative connotations, negative aspects to them. Warren Buffett said that I think derivatives were the mother of all evil. He also did say that Bitcoin was rat poison squared or something. So he was right on derivatives, I believe, but wrong on Bitcoin. But ultimately, you know, this has opened the floodgates, because now you get to witness the flow of money into crypto. You get to witness Wall Street promote cryptocurrencies in the same way that they do stocks, in the same way that they do other derivatives and other products. So we're very excited about what's to come. We think altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin, but ultimately this is a huge day for the crypto space at large. There's been many huge days for crypto just within this year, whether that be El Salvador, whether that be the $1 trillion market cap for Bitcoin. Where's Bitcoin today actually? $1.1 trillion market cap. This was 5 years ago, completely laughed out the window. And the idea is that these altcoins and these cryptos would be where they were today. I mean, many of these you didn't even have here 5 years ago, certainly Solana, POLKADOT. You did have Doge, good old Doge, Uniswap. You didn't have many of these. But now you do. So we're super excited. In regards to the charts, you know, we've shown you all the bullish patterns that you've got in place. You've got this level here at 64,600, thereabouts. You've obviously passed this one here. It is potential. I mean, you are leaving your EMA at this point. We don't want to see you get too overextended from it. It's good for the EMA to creep up and you to kind of do something like this. Maybe you'll retest once more before you then see that continuation. Common trait, just like we told you here yesterday when you were here, that you come up to, can you see this? You come up to a level of resistance, you might sell off before using continuation. And in an uptrending market, you'll very commonly use the EMAs to do that. You can see the same thing was applicable here. You go past, then you come back down. You know, it's very common trait that you'll just fall short. Can you see here how you fall short of this resistance? So you are on your way, guys. You are going to see new all-time highs for Bitcoin within days potentially, and ultimately, if an ETF, which of course isn't going to be 24 hourly traded like crypto, as it will exist on the kind of real world of finance, then you're going to see crypto do exceptionally well, because you're going to have many investors that haven't been able to gain exposure to crypto now have the green light to do so, and they're going to be getting sold it by a registered financial advisor or a registered stockbroker or one of these things. I've actually spoken to a lot of financial advisors in my time. There's a couple that I speak to regularly on a friendly basis, and they, up until really this point, and in the UK it's still going to be like that, I think, for a little bit, have mainly pushed people away from investing in crypto, and that's because they can't really have too much of a say on it professionally, as it's not registered. But now they're going to be able to say, look, you know, you can buy a registered, insured ETF derivative of crypto that is just as good. Yes, there's fees involved. So the floodgates have opened, guys. And ultimately, we are looking like we are going to get our 2017 or prior to that 2013 blow off top, following the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory. Will we continue to follow it, and will we see a decline and a bear market after this year? We're going to talk about that in another video because I think that's important. I keep sort of rolling it back because I've got so much to talk about, but we will get that out of the way of and talk to you about when you should potentially sell your cryptos. And there's no easy answer for that because everyone's situation is different. That's really all I have for you today, guys. Remember, we do have the All-in Crypto Cardano stake pool, and we've just changed the margins to 0. We're going to do that for the first 3 months, I think, just to get people into the pool so we can start minting blocks and producing rewards. If you can delegate your Cardano to us, it'd be much appreciated. And we are hoping to get to that 400,000 Cardano mark so we can actually start minting blocks. Perhaps not regularly, but at least start minting them and paying out rewards. That's all I have for you in this video, guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Markets are looking fantastic. This is huge news for not only Bitcoin, but the crypto space as a whole. It's a bit of a monumental day today, guys. But yeah, that's all I have for you in this video, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. If you enjoyed the content, like is always appreciated. So is a comment, and I'll catch you in the next YouTube video. Have a fantastic Saturday.